Hi, welcome back to my world of fragrance. Today I'm talking about the brand LALIQUE, which is awesome because they have a lot of awesome creations in different price points. So I'm going to be talking about some affordable options today as well, which I'm really excited about. And if you'd like to know more about this brand, then just keep on watching. LALIQUE, as you may or may not know, is a heritage brand that dates back to 1888 with the original LALIQUE, René LALIQUE, being a fine jewelry creator. His style was characterized by his inclusion of different types of metal in his jewelry, and slowly he started to incorporate more enamel, incorporate more glass, so the brand started to move in the glass direction. When the brand then opened a store in Place Vendôme in Paris, which is such a grand address, such a bougie address to have, François Coty, who was an amazing perfumer at the time, walked into the shop and he was so taken by all of the beautiful creations that he saw that he went to René LALIQUE and he asked him, "Can you create these for my perfumes? Can you create bottles for my perfumes?" And from then on, there has been this sort of collaboration between LALIQUE and perfume brands. So François Coty was the one who discovered LALIQUE in this kind of realm. And then more towards the 70s, the brand went back to incorporating fine jewelry and then also creating their own perfume line, which is what we know today as the LALIQUE brand. So it's interesting to think about that when people see an affordable brand like this, they wouldn't know that such a long history lies behind the brand. It's now owned by a major group, the Art No Faction group, but you know, they're still amazing perfumes, and I'm going to talk about some of my favorites. So we're going to start off a little bit light and cheerful with Satine by LALIQUE, which is such an easy go-to fragrance. I will say that this one is a little bit feminine leaning, but that depends on your taste in general. For me, this is a very nice out of the shower scent. Satine is inspired by satin, so how satin looks and feels. So it has this creamy, lotiony kind of vibe. To me, this smells like a bougie lotion. I get a lot of tonka coming forward in this fragrance and a lot of sandalwood and vanilla, but it's not in the at least bit cloying way. It's a very easy, wearable fragrance, and I think that most women actually would enjoy this fragrance. It's also quite affordable. The next fragrance from LALIQUE is a really great example of when you have classically masculine notes meshed with classically feminine notes, and this is Perles de LALIQUE. The bottle is inspired by a infamous Cactus powder box, and this one gives me kind of 90s Issey Miyake vibes in the sense that it smells quite astringent. It has a prominent patchouli with rose in the background, and it is simultaneously very clean, but it's also very interesting. It has a sort of powdery astringency to it. It smells kind of like if you toned your face after washing it, the witch hazel toner or something, but in a really great way. To me, this is like a boss at work type of fragrance. This one gives me like Rachel Green vibes when she gets her promotion at Ralph Lauren and she's like put together like boss, you know, a boss at work, clean lines, very 90s, straightened out hair, and you know, like simple but still with some sort of character. You know, it's clean but it's not boring, and that's what I really like about this fragrance. And then also that very astringent feel that it has, that smells like hyper professional. So check this one out if that sounds good to you. I would wear this, you know, to the office. It's a really good office scent in my opinion. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about, I believe, is quite popular in Fracom, but it is Encre Noire à l'extrême, so the extreme version of Encre Noire. This is my favorite flanker in the line. They also have the regular version, and essentially these are all vetiver based fragrances. So vetiver is that very earthy, rooty scent that is typically in a lot of masculine fragrances. But on a lady, vetiver is just very classy. It's like choosing to wear loafers instead of ballet flats. It's that really cool androgynous vibe. And à l'extrême is the more smoky version. So this does have its similarities to Sycamore by Chanel. So if you're looking for a more affordable version of a just stunning vetiver scent that provides a little bit of mystique as well, and doesn't smell dirty or anything. I mean, it's just a nice, smoky, rooty scent. You really do have to experience it to know what I mean. And before I had even tried this fragrance in store, I thought that it would be something that I wouldn't like. Like, I was afraid that the extreme part would be too extreme for me, but still it's fine. Like, it's perfectly wearable, perfectly easy to wear. And at first blast, the vetiver is quite bitter and in your face, but then it mellows out. So I do definitely think that even if it may not sound like your cup of tea, then do try this out. But it is a very popular fragrance in Fragcom because it is basically like, it smells a lot more expensive than it is. It's a very affordable fragrance. So definitely check this out if you enjoy your vetivers. The next fragrance I'm going to talk to you about is like a serious love for me. This is Ombre Noire by LALIQUE. This actually smells like what I would typically go for as a signature style scent. This is very androgynous. Again, this used to be a Middle East exclusive. I'm not sure if it still is, but it is available on their website. So I hope that you can get your hands on it because it is a fantastic perfume. This has, you see how the color, it's like a cognac-y color. It has a cognac accord in it. It's also slightly tobacco-y, and it has a nice resinous base with myrrh, which I love myrrh. I'm so sorry I keep smelling the bottle. I just can't keep myself away from this. And this is one of the longer lasting LALIQUE fragrances as well, in my experience. This one I can smell the day after on clothing. And yeah, I do definitely think that a lot of men would enjoy this fragrance just because it has that scent profile that a lot of men that I know really, really enjoy. But ladies also, do not be shy to try on this one because it smells so suave, you know, it smells so rich, and yet it's not cloying, you know, it's not a cloying one. It's also airy, breezy. I would wear this as also like daytime dressed up, wanting to make a really nice impression, and I love this one. So now I'm going to talk about fragrance from LALIQUE's more exclusive range, their Noir Premier line. And this one, I mean, look, it comes in that really nice coffin box. If that's your thing, I just had to keep it inside this shiny box because, I don't know, these are the things that make me happy. The one that I have here is Terres Aromatiques. So it's their aromatic fragrance that is spicy, characteristically aromatic. And I mean, I'm just gonna have to show you a little bit of bottle porn. Please forgive me for not being able to contain myself. But amongst this line, I would pretty much say that you can't really go wrong. Like, if you look at the notes that they have and the overall vibe sounds good to you, anything from this line I would pretty much recommend. They had one called Animal, which I also really loved. I believe that one is discontinued now, but this one, the aromatic one, is definitely a love for me. I love aromatic fragrances, and for me, they give me a nice pick-me-up in the morning. So there you have it, my favorites from the brand LALIQUE. Please let me know about any other affordable brands that you may want to hear more about. I don't mind if it's quote-unquote designer or anything like that. I'm happy to do them. Whatever helps you in your fragrance journey, I'm happy to do. So let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.